Hi, so winter is almost upon us. Yes, CAT 2022 is just round the corner. Keeping this in mind, we know each and every one of you is really excited but is also looking for the last final push and the fillip that is going to add those extra 5, 10, 15 percentile to your final CAT score. Well, because of this, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you the last lap to CAT 2022 starting on the 17th of October all the way till the 20th of November. Yes, 4.5 intensive, in fact almost 5 intensive weeks of preparation. What more, the focus is predominantly going to be CAT, which means, as we know, time, speed, distance and time and work in totality have almost equal weightage or sometimes even more weightage than geometry. So can we go ahead and leave geometry and just focus on these two? Can we go ahead and leave entire theta para jumbles and still score a 99.99 percentile in verbal? Yes, we can. This and much more in terms of preparation, in terms of intensive questions that we're going to look at and the smartest way of going ahead and solving that. So catch us on the BYJU'S exam prep app, and in case you missed that, on YouTube. But go ahead, download the BYJU'S exam prep app and also get a 99 percentilers kit which is going to help you ace CAT 2022. See you soon.
Hello friends, a very good afternoon to all of you and warm welcome to our YouTube channel of BYJU'S exam prep. I am Gaurav Gupta and I know that all of you are waiting for our next session, and that is logical reasoning marathon. Yes, so like I promised you in the last lecture day before yesterday in the marathon session of data interpretation, I have come once again in front of you with a wonderful session on logical reasoning marathon. And basically we are all preparing for CAT 2022 examination, and we understand that we have very less amount of time that is left for this examination, and we are in the mode of revision of all these things. This will be in front of us. Okay, so good afternoon everyone. Okay, yes Varun, I'm doing good. Guru, good afternoon. Karthik, Tanisha, Education Word, Maitri, Alka, hello everyone. Good afternoon and a warm welcome once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S exam prep. Now I hope you all have liked the day before yesterday's session, and today all of you are well prepared, ready for our next session on logical reasoning marathon. Now whatever sets we are going to take on today, again the level of difficulty will be a little on higher side. These questions will be from different areas. Okay, and this will definitely test your logical reasoning skills up to the extremes. All right, so I have tried to include different types of questions, and would hope that all of you would enjoy this session. So once again, good afternoon to all the students who have joined in just now. Without wasting much of time, as usual, we'll quickly get into these sets. All right. So the first set will appear on your screen in a few moments. I will be giving you 2 or 3 minutes for the analysis of the set. Okay, and then we'll do we'll have a complete discussion. We'll do the analysis together, and then we'll run towards the questions. Okay. So as usual, my suggestion to all of you will be, you all are attending a live session. Good that you have come in good numbers. So you are attending a live session here right now. So I want each and every one of you to be solving all these questions in the live format. So good afternoon for the students who have joined in just now. Mr. Ankit, Ms. Swachita, Prabhat, Yashveer, all of you, good afternoon. And I want each and every one of you, I mean it, each and every one of you to be solving all these questions in the live format, including all of you, Varun, Ankit, Prabhat, Yashveer, all of you, please do respond for each and everything, solve all the questions in the live format, and that will be beneficial for all of you for the preparation that you are doing for CAT 2022 examination. So let's start. Varun, you are asking, sir, is 207 good score to get KJ Somaya or SP Jain? Varun, for KJ Somaya, I believe the safe score is 200. Yes, 207 will be a safe score. I can say that. Yes. SP Jain offers admissions through CAT and ZAT, not through Narsi Munji, if you're talking about Narsi Munji examination. Okay. Thank you, Education Word. So Education Word is asking you not to forget to press the like button. So friends, you can like the session at the beginning only. All right, because I am sure that you're gonna like this session. You're gonna love this session. Okay, so let's start with the very first set. So first set is on your screen. Now the information, the directions will appear on the two slides. On the first slide, there will be general information, but the main important data will be on the second slide. So let's have a look at it quickly. So directions says that a candy store sold certain number of 4 types of candies, that is gummy bears, licorice, sugar candy, and lollipops on 4 days of a week. The days are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. In the figure given below on the right hand side, the number in the brackets shows the total number of candies sold on the given 4 days, or the total number of candies of a particular type sold on these 4 days. Okay. So basically the numbers in the brackets gives you the sum of the vertical or the horizontal. Okay. Rest of the information is not available. This table will be present on the next slide. So here very general piece of information is given. There are 4 types of candies which are sold on the 4 days. Okay, and the number in the brackets gives you the sum of the vertical line or the horizontal line, right? Now let's move towards the second slide, where more piece of information will be there, using which you'll be able to fill in these empty boxes. So let's have a look at this, and all of you can start filling the values. Now be careful with every set of information that is given on your left side of the screen. It is also known that point number 1, all variety of candies sold on a particular day were distinct. Also, for a particular variety of candy, the number of candies sold were distinct on all days. Now, this piece of information will be very useful. You must use it properly. Now, second information, the number of candies sold of any variety on any day are from 0 to 9. In case of 0 candies sold, the box is excluded. So wherever you don't see a box, so this is not a problem with the figure. This is done intentionally. So in case of 0 candies sold, the box is excluded. In case a box is present, that particular candy sold on the particular day is 1 out of 1 to 9. Okay. Point number 3, the number of sugar candies sold on Monday were 6. Point number 4, the number of licorice sold on Thursday were 5. I'll leave you with this set for the next 2 minutes. Fill in all these values and post done in the chat box as soon as you are done. Bhumika, I could not understand what you have asked. Is it to lecture or not? Solve it properly. On the left hand side, the first condition that is given, it should be used properly. Don't commit any mistake while using that condition. Please post done in the chat box once you are done solving this. It might be possible that there may be more than one possibilities for any type of candies. Varun, you're saying done it to some extent. Now, Varun, either you are done or you are not done. So I want you to fill the entire table and then post done in the chat box. Parth is done. Good. I'll wait for a few moments. Education world is also done. Are we getting unique set of numbers or multiple solutions, multiple values? Anyone? Kaushal is also done. All right, Varun. Okay, so let's start with this one now. Now, first of all, what I'll do is wherever there is box excluded, box not present, I'll put 0 at those places. So number of lollipops on Monday will be 0, on Wednesday it will be 0, on Thursday it will be 0. Number of sugar candies on Wednesday and Thursday will be 0, and number of gummy bears on Thursday will be equal to 0. Okay. Then point number 3 and point number 4, I can fill in these two values in the table. So number of sugar candies sold on Monday. So sugar candies sold on Monday is equal to 6. So I'll fill in 6. And the number of liquorois sold on Thursday were 5. Liquorois on Thursday will be equal to 5. So these are the two numbers I can get from the given amount of information. Okay. Now, based on this, the total value for Thursday, if you look at the vertical line, the column, the last column for Thursday, 0500. So total number of candies for Thursday will be equal to 5. Okay, right? So total number of candies for Thursday will be equal to 5. Now that will give us the number of candies in total. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. If I'll add these 4 numbers, I will get the total number of candies. So can anyone tell me what is the total number of candies in this case? I have not read first and second. I've just used third and fourth information. Fill in zeros at whatever places it is told to do that. Okay. Based on that, I've got the total for Thursday. I've got total for Thursday. That will give me the total number of candies for all the 4 days put together. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, let's add these numbers. So 23 plus 29 is 52. 52 and 4 is 56. 56 and 5 is 61. So 61 should be the total number of candies. Jaydev, absolutely correct. Music core, a lot of you have given the same answer. 61, the total number of candies. Now, if 61 is the total number of candies, then what should be the number of lollipops? Number of gummy bears in total is given, liquorois is given, sugar candies is given. So you can find out the total number of lollipops. Come on, give it to me. The number of lollipops. Come on. So 61, I'll subtract 17, 23 and 14. So 17 and 23 is 40. 40 and 14 is 54. So 54. So I can say that 61 minus 54 will be equal to 7. So in total, there should be 7 lollipops. All right. Now, in front of lollipops, there are 3 zeros for Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. So I can now quickly write the number of lollipops sold on Tuesday. So number of lollipops sold on Tuesday will be equal to 7. All right. Now, same can be done for sugar candy. So sugar candy, I know the number on 3 days, Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, 600. Total number of sugar candies sold is equal to 14. So what will be the number of sugar candies sold on Tuesday? So it will be 14 minus 6. That is equal to 8. All right. So I also have this number, the number of sugar candies. So I have filled in considerable amount of information. Now let's move further. So I'm going back to statement number 1. it says that all variety of candies sold on a particular day were distinct. So Monday there are 4 types of candies if you look at the vertical line for Monday. Now this is important now, all of you. Monday, look at the vertical line. On Monday, total number of candies sold is 23. Now all these different candies will be different in number. So it says all variety of candies sold on a particular day were distinct. So in a vertical column, all these numbers will be different. Okay, fine. Next, also for a particular variety of candy, the number of candies sold were distinct on all days. So if I'll consider gummy bears is sold on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So these 4 numbers in a horizontal line will also be different. Okay, so there cannot be 2 same numbers present in the same horizontal line as well as same vertical line. All right, this is what we know about this, right? Now let's talk about Monday. Good, Jaydev, good, wonderful. So I'll be filling that information in a few moments. Okay, so for Monday, total number of candies sold is 23. Sugar candy and lollipops are 6 and 0 respectively. Okay, I'm looking at this part. So 23 minus 6, the sum of these two numbers should be 17. Okay, 23 minus 6, the sum of gummy bears and liquorois on Monday should be equal to 17. Now, how can 17 be divided in 2 numbers? How can 17 be divided among 2 numbers? So I'm talking about Monday, gummy bears and liquorois. What can be the sum of these two? So sum is 17, I know that. Now the number of candies that can be sold is from 1 up till 9. So I need 2 numbers, 2 single digit numbers such that their sum is 17. So it can be 8 plus 9 or 9 plus 8. The numbers should be distinct in a column. So it can be either 8 or 9. Similarly, vice versa will come here for liquorois, either 9 or 8. So right now I'm starting with 2 different possibilities. All right. Also, one of the students, Jaydev, has given the values for Wednesday. Okay. So now come in the column of Wednesday. So I already have 2 zeros against sugar candy and lollipops. So the sum of gummy bear and liquorois sold on Wednesday will be equal to 4. All right. Now, since these two numbers should be distinct, so it cannot be 2 plus 2. It can only be 1 plus 3. All right. So number of gummy bears, if it is 1 on Wednesday, then liquorois will be 3, and vice versa. It will be either 3 or 1. Okay. Now I have different possibilities. I'll start working on them, taking care of the fact that along the horizontal, I cannot put 2 same numbers in the same row. Similarly, along the vertical, I cannot put 2 same numbers in the same column. Okay. Now I'll start by assuming that the number of gummy bears on Monday is 8. Okay. I'll start with this assumption. Number of gummy bears is 8. So number of liquorois will become 9. All right. Now corresponding to this, I have 2 possibilities for Wednesday. So again, I'll start with first possibility 1. So number of gummy bears is 8 on Monday and 1 on Wednesday. So whatever numbers I have marked, I'm considering those numbers. Okay. So 8 and 1 is 9. There are 9 gummy bears for Monday and Wednesday. So the remaining number will be 8 on Tuesday. Now, is 8 a possible value? No, 8 is not a possible value because it is already there for Monday. Okay, so I can say that 1 cannot be the number of gummy bears on Wednesday. All right, let's go back, erase this small part. Okay, so 1 cannot be this value, right? Against 8, 1 cannot be there. So I'll check the next number, 3. So if I'll put 8 gummy bears on Monday and 3 gummy bears on Wednesday, let's check what will happen. Okay. Right. So 8 and 3 is 11. Gummy bears is 11. So Tuesday will be the value 6. Okay. I'll put 6 here. All right. Now, against this, if I look at the number of liquorois on Tuesday. So looking at Tuesday's column, 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. 29 minus 21, this value will be 8. And these two numbers are same, which should not be. So I can say that 3 will also not be a number against 8. So 8 के against दोनों options, दोनों possibilities remove हो गई. So it can be said that 8 will not be the number of gummy bears on Monday. 8 will not be the number of gummy bears on Monday. So the number of gummy bears on Monday has to be 9. If the number of gummy bears on Monday is 9, the number of liquorois will be 8 on Monday. So these two numbers are fixed now. Okay. Now I have to check for Wednesday. Wednesday, is it 1, 3 or 3, 1? Okay. So 9 के साथ अगर मैं 1 consider करता हूं, so 9 plus 1 is 10 and I have to make it 17. So I'll put 7 here. Now 7 is here as well as at the bottom. So 7, it cannot be equal in the same column. So against 9, I cannot keep a 1. So number of gummy bears on Wednesday has to be 3 and number of liquorois on Wednesday will be 1. So now these are the numbers. Now against these you can find out the values. Sandeep, yes, yaar, I have seen your answer. Please don't spam. Okay, so let me finish. You can then check the numbers because I don't know if your numbers are correct. Let me finish the table and then I'll tell you if it is correct or not. Okay, so you can just post your answer once and then wait for a few seconds. Now for gummy bears on Tuesday, you can write the number. 9 and 3 is 12 horizontally. And 17 minus 12, it will be 5. It is distinct in the row as well as column. Similarly, for number of liquorois along the horizontal, 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. So 23 minus 14 will be equal to 9. So this number of liquorois on Tuesday will be equal to 9. So if you look at each of these rows, there are distinct numbers and each of the columns, again, there are distinct numbers. Okay. So yes, this is the answer. So now Sandeep, I'll check your answer. 95308915 6800 and 0700. Yes, Sandeep, you were absolutely correct. Okay. Yes, Varun, it says that in case there is a 0, in case number of candies sold is a 0, then the box is excluded. So wherever there is no box, that number will be equal to 0. Okay. All right, Varun. Fine. So this is the total number of candies. Now we can go towards the different questions. Okay. So yes, the question was pretty logical. Let's see if you will be able to answer the questions. I'm sure now we'll be able to answer the questions properly. So question number 1, what is the total number of candies sold in the given 4 days? Yes, we have already seen this one. So number of candies in total that was sold on all the 4 days put together. Yes, answer for this. So we have already seen that this number is equal to 61. So you can add of all the 4 days. Thursday will be 5, or you can add like this. Okay, lollipop is 7. Okay, and the answer should be 61. And yes, this is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 2. What is the number of liquorois candies sold on Tuesday? So we can very well refer the table that we have already made. So number of liquorois candies sold on Tuesday. So from the table, I can clearly see that the number is 9. So the answer here will be equal to 9. And yes, this is the correct answer. Okay, let's see how many of you have given the same answer. Ashish has given. Pragya, no, the number is not 5, it is 9. Education word, Agastya, Sibbu, Amrit, all of you have given the same answer. Parth, it is not 5, but it is 9. Okay. All right. Liquorois candies sold on Tuesday. Tuesday, not Thursday. Be careful. Next question, question number 3. Which of the following is not true? I'll wait for a few seconds. for an answer from each and every one of you. There is no hurry. Find out all these answers patiently. So which of the following is not true? Option A, the number of gummy bears sold on Wednesday. Gummy bears sold on Wednesday. 3, yes, this one is true, so should not be the answer. Number of gummy bears sold on Tuesday are 5. Gummy bears on Tuesday, yes, it is 5. So this is true, so cannot be the answer. The number of lollipops sold on Tuesday. Number of lollipops sold on Tuesday is 7, which is again true, cannot be the answer. So none of them are false. Yes, it is the correct answer. So the correct answer here should be option D, and which is given by almost all of you. Yes, correct. Last question for this set, and then we'll move on to our next set. What is the number of gummy bears sold on Monday? Pretty easy. So number of gummy bears sold on Monday, I'll check the table. Gummy bears, Monday, it is 9. So the correct answer here should be equal to 9. And yes, this is the correct answer. So how many of you have given a correct answer? Anyone? Yes, so people are giving correct answers. So once I told you, like once we have made the table, it will be easy for us to answer all these questions quickly. Okay, so that was the first set. So the only time that you will consume will be to make the table. Okay, so to fill these empty values, and I believe one should not be taking 2.5 to 3 minutes to finish the table once you have read the data. So reading the data 30 seconds to 45 seconds, and then making the table 2.5 to 3 minutes. So ideally you should be done with the table in a total of 4 minutes from the start of this question, and then 30 seconds for every question. So 5.5 to 6 minutes. 5.5 to 6 minutes is an ideal time to finish this entire set. Okay. Sandeep says these were easy, but some real-time questions in CAT are much more difficult. Some expected questions of LRDI would be useful to practice. Yes, Sandeep, I agree. And if you are regularly coming in these sessions, you will understand that not all these questions are easy. Also, if you understand CAT examination, then you can say that you will agree with me that not all questions are difficult. So yes, this type of question can also be a real-time question for your CAT examination. All right, you want to raise the level of difficulty, wait for a few moments, you will see the next set. Okay. All right, so set number 2 on your screen now. So those who are waiting for a difficult set, please read this information. The total information will be given on 2 different slides. So this is the first one. Ashish, we have seen even easier question than this in CAT examination. Okay. Not the current one, the previous one, set 1 I'm talking about. So you can say that this level may be there in CAT. You may find the questions. Okay, so CAT is an examination having a mix of level of difficulty. Not every time you will see difficult questions. Okay, so focus on the present set. I'll stay on this information for 1.5 minutes, and then I'll show you the second slide where the more relevant information will be given. In a puzzle championship, Tamim correctly solved a puzzle based on Teen Patti. He was given a deck of 12 cards, aces, kings and queens of all the 4 suits, namely clubs, diamonds, hearts and spades, from which he had to arrange 9 of those cards on a 3x3 grid so that the 8 Teen Patti hands that appear in the rows, columns and diagonals are satisfied. Okay, you will see the entire, you will understand the entire piece of information once I'll take you to the next slide. Okay. Also, by any m cross n cell, we mean the cell present in mth row and nth column in the 3x3 grid. Some of the information was already written on the 3x3 grid and some information is missing. So what you have to do is you have 12 cards in total, all aces, queens and kings. So 4 aces, 4 kings and 4 queens. Now you'll have to arrange 9 cards out of these 12 cards on a 3x3 grid so that the 8 teen patti hands that appears in rows. So there are 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. And there will be 2 diagonals, 1 and 2. So such that the 8 teen patti hands that appears in rows, columns and diagonals are satisfied. Now how they needs to be satisfied, have a look at it. Now this is the further information. Yes, a frequent visitor of Goa will be able to do this question in a much better way. No, it's not like that. So again, it's a kind of arrangement that you need to do. So this is given to you on the left hand side. Some of the information is given on this 3x3 grid. And on the right hand side, you are given teen patti hands. So AAA, it will mean a trail. 3 cards of the same rank. All right. So if you have AAA or 3 Ks or 3 queens, then it is called a trail. Pure sequence, 3 consecutive cards of the same suit. Sequence, 3 consecutive cards, not all of the same suit. Then pair, 2 cards of the same rank. So these are the teen patti hands that are described. Okay. Now what you need to do is, along horizontal row, this one, it has to be a pair. Along this horizontal row, it has to be a sequence. Along this horizontal row, it has to be a pair. All right. Then if you look at the columns, it should be a pair, pair and pair in all the 3 columns. Then the diagonals, this diagonal, it should be a pure sequence, and the other diagonal, it should be a trail. Okay. So all the 8 hands are mentioned. Pure sequences or sequences can be in any order. Okay. It is also known that in all the columns, there were cards of only 2 suits, and in all the rows, the cards were of 3 suits. Information related to hands of teen patti is given on the right hand side top of your screen. Yes, Ashish, you wanted this level of difficulty. Here it is. I'll wait for another 2 minutes. Let's see how many of you can finish this one. No, Parth, this is not. For the students who have just joined in, okay, or they want to see the information given on the previous slide, I'll take you back. Okay, all right. So question says that in the puzzle championship, Tamim correctly solved a puzzle based on Teen Patti. Fine, not useful information. Now he was given a deck of 12 cards. Now these 12 cards are 4 aces, 4 kings, and 4 queens. Okay, from which he had to select and arrange 9 of these cards on a 3x3 grid. So 3x3 grid is this one. Okay. Now some cards are already arranged, some information is already known about the arrangement, and some is missing. So he has to select 9 cards and arrange on 3x3 grid so that the 8 teen patti hands that appears in 3 rows, 3 columns and 2 diagonals are satisfied as per mentioned here. So horizontally this should be a pair, sequence and a pair, vertically pair, pair and pair in the columns, and diagonals pure sequence this diagonal and trail this diagonal. Now what is pair, what is sequence, what is pure sequence, everything is given on the right hand side. Okay, so you will have to do the arrangement, right? Also pure sequence or sequences can be in any order. So ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि it should be like sequence should be ace, king and queen in the sequence. It can be ace, queen and then king. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Further information important, this one. In all the columns there were cards of only 2 suits, and in all the rows the cards were of 3 suits. Now people, if you will do this particular question moving in a proper direction, then it will become easy for all of you. So I told you, I keep on telling you in every class, this is nothing but the game of confidence and patience. Okay, so first of all you need to have confidence, and you should be starting solving this question patientfully in a proper direction. Okay, no Arni, this is not at all time consuming. So obviously it will take time, 2 minutes or 3 minutes to understand, but once you will start, it will not take another 2 or 3 minutes to fill this entire 3x3 grid. Okay, so Ashish, you are asking the approach. I'll give you a start. So you are given a trail. What is a trail? Trail is all 3 same ranks. Okay, so diagonally it should be a trail. So you can start from putting all the queens, check if this will be valid, and you can continue further. The other sequences, pairs and pure sequences are matching or not. If it is not matching, replace all the 3 queens along this diagonal with the kings. If it does not match, then replace it with aces. All right. So this is how you can approach from the trail. Okay, a minute more and then I'll start putting in the cards at the empty spaces. Yes, definitely Sanskar. In such questions, definitely images are given. Don't you know that when you are solving a question of data interpretation, at a lot of times you are given different types of graphs. Okay, so yes, figures will also be given. Disha, yes, we'll also be figuring out the suits, the different suits. So if you look at the previous screen here, the suits are clearly mentioned here. So clubs and diamonds and hearts and spades. So clubs is black, and spades is also black. All right. Diamonds and hearts are red in color. No, Pragya, there is no more information. Chaliye. So all of you, don't be confused. I think you are not having confidence in solving this question. Okay, so let us do it together. So I'll go in a proper direction, like I mentioned. So as you can see a trail here, okay. So I'll be first of all starting by putting all the 3 queens. Trail means, look at the right hand side, trail means 3 cards of the same rank. So I'll put all the 3 queens here. Okay, so so wait, I'll put the number of the columns as well, so that you will not have any difficulty in understanding. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now if I'll say 2 cross 3, so it will be second row, third column. That means this one, 2 cross 3. Okay, all right. Now let's continue. So I have put queens at all these 3 places. Now, is this possible? Can I put queens here in the diagonal? Come on, give me yes or no. Is it possible arrangement or not? I've started with 3 queens. Now, if I've started with 3 queens, if you will look at the second row, it should be a sequence. The second row should be a sequence, right? Now, sequence means it should be ace, king and queen. So that means 2 queens cannot be there in the second row. 2 queens cannot be there in the second row. So that means this particular arrangement where I have selected the 3 queens in this diagonal is not possible. Okay, so 3 queens are not possible. So I'll remove this and will replace all the 3 queens with the kings. Okay, so I'm now going to place kings at these places. Okay, right? So I have placed king. Okay, now all of you please don't post your answers and listen for a few minutes. Listen to me very, very carefully. Okay, so a trail is there. I have placed 3 kings. Okay, now let us look at, wait, I'll use a different color for these kings because it is not visible properly on white. So king, king and king, right? Now look at the second row. Second row, it should be a sequence. I already have queen and king. So now this cell 2 cross 1, second row, first column, it has to be an ace. Okay, it has to be an ace, right? Now let's move further and check the validity more. Okay, now I have used 3 kings, I have used 2 aces and 1 queen is already there. Now let us try to put other things. Now I'll look at the next diagonal, which should have a pure sequence. Pure sequence means ace, queen and king of the same suit. Suits we will see later on, but first of all, let's write ace, king and queen. Okay, now I'll look at 3 cross 1, third row and the first column at the bottom left. So what will be the card that I can put here? What can be the card that I can put here? Yes, I can put, yes, anyone? What can be the card I can put in this cell 3 cross 1, left hand bottom side? So I can either put an ace or a queen. Okay, I can put an ace or a queen. Am I clear? Because king is already there in the middle. Now queen cannot be put because I need to complete a pair as well vertically. So I can put an ace only, right? Now if I'll put an ace at this place, then at the top right corner, 1 cross 3 cell, this cell which is empty, ace, queen and then king, sorry, ace, king and then queen will appear. Okay, queen will appear. Now queen has appeared here. but I'm unable to make a pair at this place. Okay, so again my assumption of taking 3 kings as per the trail is wrong. All right, so should I change my my assumption? So the 3 kings will now be replaced, and what will be this trail? What will be this trail of? Queen cannot be there, king cannot be there, so it has to be an ace. Am I clear up till this point? Yes or no? Right? Okay, so let's continue. So now I'll again erase everything. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now I will be placing kings. Sorry, I'll be placing aces at this trail. All right, so 3 aces are already there. Am I clear up till this point? Okay, now let's look at the suits of these aces. Now 1 cross 1, the ace is of diamond. Okay, so 1 cross 2, what about this ace? This is red in color. So what will be the suit of this ace? What will be the suit of this ace? Come on. What should be the suit of this ace? So ace of heart, ace of diamonds is already done. Now another red ace will be ace of heart. So I'll write HEART or HE लिख देते हैं सिर्फ. Let's write HEA. Alright, so this will be the ace of heart. Next, in the second row and the second column, this ace I'm talking about, what will be the suit? You are given that in a row, all the cards are of 3 different suits. In a row, horizontally, all the cards should be of different suits. So, club cannot come here. It cannot be club, so it has to be spade. So ace of spade should be here, and the ace of club should be at the bottom right corner. All right, simple chal raha hai? Yes or no? Okay, so now I know aces with their suits at whatever places they are. Shall we go ahead? Let's go ahead. Now in the cell 2 cross 1, second row and the first column, what should be the card? Ace, queen, or king. Horizontally in the second row, we have to complete the sequence. Okay, so ace and queen are already there in this row. So I'll have to put a king at this place. Okay, so a king will come at this place, right? Okay, now continuing further, aces, 4 aces are already used. Okay, 4 aces are already used. We are not left with any ace. So look at the third row and the first column, 3 cross 1 cell, which I have just marked. What will be the card that will come at this place? What will be the card that will come at this place? Now you have to complete a pair vertically in the first column. Okay, so vertically, if you'll have to complete a pair, ace is not available, so you will have to use a king to do that. Okay, so I'll be putting a king at this place. Okay, right? Now suit will decide later. Now look at the third row, horizontally the bottommost row. I need a pair. I need a pair at this place in this row. King is already there. Ace is already there. So what will be this middle card? I cannot use ace, definitely, we know that. So I'll have to put a king at this place. Okay, so here it is king of hearts, right? Now king of hearts is used. Now let's decide the color of the kings, the suits of the kings. Now second row, I'm talking about this king. So what will be the suit of this king? In this same row, spade is there, club is there. So this king can be either heart or diamond. Heart of king is already used at the bottom row. So this has to be a diamond, a king of diamond, right? Fine. Okay. Now let's talk about the next king below this one. So what will be this king? What will be this king? Come on. So club is already there, heart is already there. So this king can be either diamond or spade. King of diamond is already gone. So this has to be a spade, right? Now there is only one card left at the top right corner. Top right corner, all of you tell me what should be the card. So first of all, since I need a pure sequence, it has to be a spade. And since it is a sequence, it has to be a queen. So it has to be a queen of spades. That's it. All right. So I believe this one was difficult, logical, and you enjoyed this one. So once you will start, once you will enter, then definitely you will not take more than 3 minutes to fill this entire grid of 3x3 space. Okay. So done with this. So this is the entire sequence, and here you can put a queen. Okay. So this is the entire grid, 3x3 grid. And now let's move on to the questions. So question number 1 on your screen. Question number 1 on your screen. How many of the following cards were used in the final grid? So now you are sure about the grid and you can very well answer this question. How many of the following cards were used in the final grid? Absolutely. So it is 2. Now Jaydev, you don't need to know the basics of the cards because everything was given here. Okay. So even a person who has not seen cards in life, you don't require that because each and every set of information was given. Okay. Now those who have seen the cards, definitely it will be an advantage for them, but it's not a disadvantage for the students who have not seen the cards. So ace of spades, ace, both ace, all the 4 aces are used. So A and C to hona hi chahiye. Now queen of hearts we can see. So queen of hearts, have we used queen of hearts? Queen of clubs is used, queen of spades is used, queen of hearts is not used. So this is not used. So the answer should be 2 in this case. Yes, so most of you have given the answer as 2. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Which diamond card was not used in the final grid? Which diamond card was not used in the final grid? Gyaneshwari, I'll take you back, though people have already answered to this. So pure sequence or sequence can be in any order. It is clearly given. I have repeated this condition 2 or 3 times. Okay. Now coming back to question number 2. So which diamond card was not used in the final grid? So ace of diamond is used, king of diamond is used, queen of diamond is not used. So answer should be option C. Okay. Next, question number 3. What was the card used in 3x2 cell in the final grid? What was the card used in 3x2? So it's third row and second column. Third row and second column. So that means they are talking about this card. So this is King of Hearts. So King of Hearts, the correct answer is option A. Yes, all of you are correct. Nice. The last question, question number 4. In which cell was King of Clubs placed? In which cell King of Clubs was placed? Now, King of Clubs, we have King of Diamond, King of Spades, King of Hearts, and King of Clubs is not used at all. So answer should be option D, that it was not placed in this grid. Guru, it was not placed in the grid. So 3 cross 1 will not be the answer. They are talking about king of clubs. Okay. So club is this one. This is the club. Okay. So king of clubs is not at all placed in this grid. So correct answer will be option D. Okay. All right. So that was the second set. Now time to move on to the third set. This is a marathon session. So yes, we have one more set for all of you. And the set that you will see, you will have a mixed emotions for that set. Okay. Some of you will say that the set is doable. Some of you will say that the set is easily doable. Some of you will say that it's lengthy, but it's doable. And some of you might not be able to do that, but definitely you would have seen this kind of set earlier. Okay. So let's move on towards the third set for the day. All of you, take a small break. Okay. 5-second break, not very long. And I want all of you to quickly like this session. So those who haven't done it yet, so it's a sincere request. Quickly, please like this session. So there are more than 50 students who are watching and only 36 likes. No friends, this is not done. So quickly like this session. Come on. All right. Now with this, let's move on to our third set. So the entire set is on the single screen. Read all the directions carefully and find the answers. Now this one, most of you must have done at least one question of this type in your life. You just have to find out the unique values for the different alphabets which are used in this problem. Thank you, Sandeep and Ashish. I'll leave you with this for the next 2 minutes. Also, it might be possible you might not get unique values for each of these variables, okay? But still try to finish it. No, that's it. Guru, this is the only information that is given. And I believe this is sufficient, or this should be sufficient. Now you are given that all of them are single digit numbers starting from 0 up till 9. So these are 10 variables that they have used. So Murphy code each of the digits 0 to 9 with one of the letters P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y with distinct letters representing distinct digits. So distinct letters have distinct digits. Okay. He then represents a sum involving the addition of two 7-digit numbers given in the first and the second rows, while the sum an 8-digit number is given in the third row in the following table. Murphy asked his friend Sherlock to decode the letters. So all of you are Sherlock for me. Yes, so Jaydev, I'm telling you now. So these are the kind of questions that you will often see. Okay. And yes, they might take some time, but these type of questions are actually doable. Okay. So here it is, Saral sir. So Saral sir, please don't give them a hint. Okay, so Ashish approaches simple addition rules. Okay, now I'll start with a hint. Okay, so Saral sir has already given you the value of W. Now at the left hand side, at the leftmost place, P and Q are added to give a 2-digit number. P and Q are added to give a 2-digit number. Now, whenever I'm adding two single digit numbers, let's say I'm adding two single digit numbers A and B. So what can be the maximum sum of these two single digit numbers? The numbers are distinct. Okay. So what can be the maximum sum of two single digit distinct numbers? So maximum sum 9 and 8. So 9 plus 8. So maximum value of one of these can be 9 and other can be 8. So 9 plus 8 will be equal to 17. Okay. So I can say that the maximum sum of any two single digit distinct numbers will be 17. Okay. So everywhere I can say that maximum sum can be 17. So if I want to see the carry forward for the next step, so the maximum value of the carry forward can only be 1. Okay, so maximum value of the carry forward can only be 1, right? So P plus Q, when these are added, so maximum carry forward will be 1. So 17 agar inka maximum sum ho sakta hai, to 1 add karke it will be 18. Okay, right? So the maximum value that the maximum carry forward that can come on the next step will be 1. So I can say that the value of W can only be 1. It cannot be 2. Okay, because the maximum carry forward that can be generated is equal to 1. So this is basically a small start for all of you. So W is equal to 1. This is from where you can start. Okay, Amrit says U is 0. Yashveer, U is 0. Okay, nice. T is 5. Lovely. Akshay has given a lot of numbers. Good, Akshay. Chaliye, so let's start this one, the last one. Okay. So I'll write the alphabets on the left hand side. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y. Okay. Now W, we have already got to know that this is equal to 1. Okay. So W is 1 and here it is also 1. Okay. So unique value of W can be determined. Now wherever I have W, I'll substitute 1 at those places. Okay, so W was there 4 times. I have written 1, 1, 1, 1 at these 4 places. Okay. Now since W is 1, so I can say that from this step P plus Q, there was a carry forward which was generated. So I'll also keep on noting the carry forward as well if it is there in any of the steps. Okay. So 1 was the carry forward after P and Q were added. Okay, so that means P plus Q should be equal to 11. Now I don't know if there was a carry forward from the previous step or not, so I'll leave it as it is. Now let's run towards finding the value of T and U. Okay, so here I'm talking about this particular column, right? Now T plus T is equal to U. T plus T is equal to U. Okay, also u plus u is equal to u. Now u plus u will be equal to u. It can be done in only one way. 1 plus 1 is not 1, 2 plus 2 will not give me 2, 3 plus 3 will not give me 3, 4 plus 4 will not give me 4. Nothing will do that, but only 0 can do that. So that means the value of u should be equal to 0. So 0 plus 0 should be equal to 0. So since 0 plus 0, I'm straight away getting a 0. That means from the previous step, there was no carry forward. All right. That means from r plus v equal to x, there was no carry forward. All right. Fine. Going very slowly. So u plus u is equal to 0. It will also not generate any carry forward. So here the carry forward should also be equal to 0. Okay. So p plus q without any carry forward should result in 11. So the sum of p and q should be equal to 11. So P and Q can be 2 and 9, 8 and 3, 4 and 7, 5 or 6. We can see it later, but we have known that P plus Q will be equal to 11, right? Okay, now the value of U we have determined that it is equal to 0. Okay, so I'll put the value of U at all the different places wherever u is. So on the right hand side, I have kept the value of u. Okay. Now t plus t is equal to 0. So sum of two numbers, non-zero numbers, because u is already 0, so t cannot be 0. So the value of t can only be 5. 5 plus 5 can give me a 10, 0 at its end. Otherwise, even if there is a carry forward, t plus t will be an even number, plus 1 will become an odd number, which is not possible. So there is no possibility of a carry forward. So from the previous step, there will be a 0 carry forward. T plus t should result in a 0. This can only be done in one case. T is 5. All right. So 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. 0 has come here. And on the next step, there will be a carry forward of 1. All right. Done up till this point. Okay. Okay, so Piyush is saying 9 plus 9 plus 1 is yes is equal to 19. Okay, u plus u. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 1, yes, it is also possible. Okay, so wait, Piyush, good. I can check the possibility as well. Okay, so ruk jao. Okay, so Piyush, in that case, chalo main likhta hu yahan pe. So if u is equal to 9 and there is a carry forward from the previous step. So 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, 19. 9 will come here. Okay. And it will generate a carry forward of 1. Right. Okay. So according to that, the value of u will be equal to 9. Right. And in that case, the value of t will be equal to 4. The value of t will be equal to 4. So this is another way of doing this. So first of all, let me finish whatever I was doing with the red color, and then I'll definitely consider this case that is given by you. Okay. So let us finish that. So with this value of u, that is 0. Let's continue. So the value of t has come out to be 5. I'll substitute it here. And t or kahan pe hai? T is at this place. T is at this place. That's it. So these are the places where I have the value of t. Okay. Now let's go ahead and find out the other values. Now r plus v at the rightmost step, r plus v is equal to 5. Now what can be the values of r and v? Now it cannot be 0 plus 5 because 0 is already used. It cannot be 1 plus 4 because 1 is already used, right? So it can only be 2 plus 3. Okay, so it can only be 2 plus 3, but I don't know if it will happen respectively or not, but it will be either 2 or 3 for R and vice versa for V, 3 plus 2. Okay, so the value of T is 5. 2 plus 3 will be equal to 5. So the value of R will be either 2 or 3, and correspondingly the value of V will be either 3 or 2. Okay. Now, similarly at this place where I'm putting an arrow, R and V again are there. So 2 and 3, 3 or 2. Now the sum should be 5, like the previous case, like the rightmost place. But here T is not there. It is something else. It is X. So that means since the sum of these two numbers is coming out to be a different value other than 5, other than T. So that means there was a carry forward from the previous step, because of which the sum has become different. Okay? So what should be the value of X in that case? Amrit has already done the value of X. Mayank has already done. So the value of X in that case will be 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, that is 6. Okay. So 6 will be the value of X, and hence there is no carry forward at that point. Right? Okay. So the value of X has become 6. Right? Okay, now let's move further and look at the values of P and Q if we can find it out. S का value भी आ सकता है. So S, let's talk about S. So at this place, W plus S is equal to W. Now 1 plus 1 already 2 तो आ चुका है. Alright, so it can only become a number which will be equal to 11. Okay, so the sum of 1, W and S should be equal to 11. From there, the value of S will be equal to 9, and there will be a carry forward at the next step. Okay. Now the value of X was 6. The value of X was 6, right? So now we can write the value of Y. So value of Y कितना हो जाएगा? Exactly दिशा, it will be equal to 8. So 1 plus Y plus X should be a number which will end with 5, and since there was a carry forward, so it is 15. So 1 plus Y plus X is equal to 15. So the value of Y will be equal to 8. I can also write the value of Y. Okay, so value of Y 8 aa gaya. Now P and Q are the only numbers left, and let's see if we can find out the unique values. Now at this step P and Q, their sum should be 11 without any carry forward. So it cannot be 2 plus 9 because 2 and 9 are already used. It can be 8 plus 3. No, it cannot be 8 plus 3 because 8 and 3 are used. It can only be 7 plus 4. So value of P can be 7 or 4 and 4 or 7 for Q, vice versa. Okay, so it will be 7 or 4, 4 or 7, right? Now I have determined these values. The value of S was 9. Yes. So some non-unique values for P, Q, R and V are written here. Okay. Am I clear? Now let's look at one more point that was mentioned by one of the students. So I'm erasing this entire grid. Okay. I'll keep whatever I have written on the left hand side of the screen, the values of these numbers. Okay. So let's erase these numbers and do this question from the beginning, assuming the value of U as 9 as mentioned by one of the students. So it might give me one more possibility. Okay. So let's use a yellow color. Okay. Now W will definitely be 1. Okay. So the value of W will be equal to 1 and 1 will come here. Okay. 1 will be the carry forward from the previous step. Same start. W is equal to 1 and 1 here. Right? Now using the value of U as 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. And there will be 1 carry forward. And there should be a 1 carry forward from the previous step. Okay. So I'm writing the value of U. I'm writing the value of U as 9 instead of 0. Okay. So U will be equal to 9, right? Now if U is equal to 9, all of you tell me, if U is equal to 9, okay, Mayank, you're saying color is not clearly visible. Wait, Mayank, wait. I'll definitely change the color. I have to pick a color which is visible on both white and blue. All right. So W is 1, 1, 1 and 1. I believe now it will be visible. So the value of W again is 1. Okay. So 1 carry forward from this step. Now the value of U is 9, 9 and 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 plus 1. So carry forward should be there from the previous step. Okay. Carry forward should be there from the previous step, and it will also generate a carry forward for the next step. So the value of U is equal to 9. Okay. All right. So if U is 9, then all of you tell me the value of T. T का value क्या होगा? T का value क्या होना चाहिए? So since I need a sum of 9, so T can be equal to 9, where 9 plus 9 is equal to 18 and then 1 carry forward, but 9 is already used, so it cannot be used. Okay, so T can be 4. T can be 4 with a carry forward from the previous step. With a carry forward from the previous step. So 1 plus 4 is 9. Okay, and it will not generate any carry forward for the next step. Right? So T का value कितना हो गया? 4. Okay, so I'll write 4 wherever T is. Okay, so I've got T, which is 4, and U, which is 9, W, which is 1. Okay, so these three alphabets are done. Now let's talk about the rightmost place, R plus V. R plus V is equal to 14. So R plus V is equal to 14. So it can be 5 plus 9. No, it cannot be, because 9 is already used. It can be 6 plus 8. Yes, it can be 6 plus 8. It cannot be 7 plus 7. So there is only one possibility for R plus V. Yes, R plus V cannot be same. Mayank, understood? So I need a sum of 14. So 7 plus 7 rejected. Okay. So there is only one possibility, that is 8 plus 6. Okay. So 8 or 6, 6 or 8 interchangeably. Okay. So R and V. So R will be 8 or 6. V will be vice versa, 6 or 8. Clear? Done? Now the same thing will happen for this part. So RV agar 8 or 6, 6 or 8 hai. So the sum here is equal to 14. It is generating a carry forward 1. But since it's a different alphabet X, so it should be 5. Okay, it should be 15. So X will be equal to 5, Amrit, absolutely. And there should be a carry forward from the previous step. There should be a carry forward from the previous step, right? So the value of X, I will write it as 5. Now once I'll write the value of X as 5, now what should be the value of Y? What should be the value of Y? Yes, so already wrong ho chuka hai ye. So here the value of S, to make it 1, it has to be either 0. Okay, so S ka value 0 ho sakta hai. Okay, but don't look at this step. Look at this step. Wait, I'll quickly mark. So wait and look at this step. Y plus something should be equal to 4. Okay, Y plus something should be equal to 4. So what should be the value of Y? Y plus 5 should be equal to 4. So Y 9 nahi ho sakta. Okay, it also cannot be 8. So Y can't be 9, Y can't be 8. अगर 1 carry forward consider भी करते हैं, so Y can be either 8 or 9, which values are already used. Okay, so that means this assumption of ours where we used U as 9 is wrong. So I'll not use any of the values which are written in green color. Okay, so the values which are written in green color can be eliminated. I am erasing these values. And we have the solution that I have written in red color. Okay, but good The student who has mentioned that 9 plus 9 plus 1 is equal to 19. Yes, that was good. So these are the values all of you can use now to answer the remaining 4 questions. Okay. So let's move on to the questions one by one. Question number 1. Which digit does the letter X represent? So letter X, if you have a unique value, you will write the answer. This is a theta question. Otherwise, enter 99 as the answer. That means cannot be determined. So which letter does, which digit does letter X represent? So letter X represents which digit? So we have already calculated it represents 6. So as you'll go back, so letter X represents 6. So 6 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. All right. Question number 2. Which digit does the letter Y represent? So do we have a unique value for Y? Do we have a unique value for Y? Yes, we have a unique value of Y. So letter Y is represented by, absolutely correct, Amrit, good. So it is equal to 8. So the correct answer is 8 in this case. Y is equal to 8. Okay. Question number 3. Yes, Sandeep, it will take good amount of time. So you can say that 5 to 6 minutes definitely. Okay. 5 to 6 minutes, but worth spending for 4 questions. Even if you are taking 7 to 8 minutes, it is absolutely fine. Okay? Question number 3. Which among the digits 6, 7, 8 and 9 can be represented by letter Q? Now letter Q, which among these 4 digits does it represent? So education world, we have the answers now. So that is why people are writing their answers. So letter Q represents either 4 or 7. We have already seen that, either 4 or 7. So I have 7 here. So which among these digits? Yes, 7 can be represented by letter Q. So the correct answer here will be 7. Last question for the day. How many digit values could possibly be coded for letter P? What can be the different values for letter P? So letter P, as we have seen, either 4 or 7. So these are the two values that letter P can take. So the correct answer for this question will be equal to 2. So there are two different values or different possible values that P can take. So yes, the correct answer is definitely 2. All right. So friends, that is all for today from my side. I hope that you like this session. You have learned something out of this session. Yes, definitely the second set that we have seen was a little different. Okay. The third set was a little lengthy but doable. Okay. And idle time for the third set can be 6 to 7 minutes. Okay. All right, so that's all from my side. And then now some important piece of information. All India Mock CAT, Open Mock CAT 2022 is live. So I've been suggesting all of you to take this mock paper. Those who have not done it yet, 6th November is the last date to do. So please do register and go for a real CAT experience taking on this mock. Okay. Next is anyone who wants to enroll for CAT 2023 comprehensive program. All the details are there on the screen. You can enroll in this program. At the last minute, last 25 days, if you want to enter a test series and you haven't bought a test series as of now, or you have exhausted any other test series that you have, then you can buy this test series where you will get all CAT and non-CAT examinations. Thank you, Gyaneshwari. If you liked all these sets, Last Lap to CAT 2022 series will continue almost daily at 7 o'clock. Okay, so the series already started on 17th of October. So in any case you have missed any of the sessions, you can look at the recordings which are available on YouTube, and don't miss the live sessions which will be conducting in future. All right, so that's all from my side, my dear friends. We'll see you again in yet another session for the preparation of CAT 2022. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. We'll see you again. Bye bye.